Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Alex and you're watching More Fragrance Please. Today is actually a follow-up to a video I just posted a few days ago, which was my first impressions on the house of Aisla Cree. Today I'm giving you the full wearing review of each one of those fragrances. That is 2 fragrances from the house of Aisla Cree. What did I get from them? How was the longevity? How did I feel when I wore them? Did they remind me of anything? And we're just going to dive deep in that, so stay tuned. This particularly is a brand new house. This house is, really probably a couple months old. They dropped their fragrances less than a month ago, and were so kind to send me 2 of them. The only ones they have so far. One is fresh and one is darker. So both are unisex fragrances. And if you have not watched my initial first impressions, please go back to the last video and check it out. Kind of gives you a little bit of rundown of what I'm feeling about them right off the bat. You can find me on TikTok at More Fragrance Please, here on YouTube at More Fragrance Please, as well as my Instagram, MFP_fragrance, where I take, really all of my content and post the links up there. I got my collection of fragrances. I do pictures of them multiple times a day and just kind of share everything that I have that is fragrance. First one we're going to talk about today is Oro. And Oro to me is their fresh offering from the house. It is going to be just absolutely beautiful. Let's go ahead and revisit what the bottle looks like now. So with the bottle, you have this just beautiful clear glass. There are 50 milliliter eau de parfum concentrations. The base of the glass is very thick. It feels heavy in hand. It feels quality in hand. We all know some bottles can look nice, but they feel kind of like crap. These do not. These feel very nice. I like the plate on the front. It's simple, but it's there. It's gold, and it makes it pop. It is etched in beautifully. And then you have the gold cap, which it has also been etched in with the Aisla Cree logo. So that's etched in, that's indented, it's beautiful. Take this off. The atomizer itself is that little bit lighter gold. And we are gonna go ahead and spray the atomizer and show you what it looks like, as you'll be pretty happy about that. And that is a pressurized atomizer, which is very nice. And to me, like I said in my first impressions, cutting corners on bottle presentation and all that stuff is kind of a no-no. So when you add the pressurized version of an atomizer on a fragrance, it reminds me of Dior. Dior has a lot of that, and it's very, very pretty. So yes, let's go ahead and spray this one on hand. What am I gonna get from Oro? What did I get from Oro as I wore it? So what I got from Oro is it's a fresh fragrance, but it has other things going for it. It's not just a freshie, it's not just a citrus bomb, which it has a lot of citrus in it, don't get me wrong, but it's not just a citrus bomb that just dies off. This has a little bit more depth to it. This has a little bit of something else going on. Now the notes on this bad boy are bergamot, citron, and ylang-ylang up top. So naturally you're gonna get that bergamot bite. The citron kind of makes it like peels of citrus, and the ylang-ylang kind of brings a little bit of a floral thing to it. Like I said, it's a unisex fragrance, but it smells unisex. It smells neither way. It smells like anyone could wear this. So that's pretty. It's very bright. It's very loud up top. And then it's actually kind of held and loved by the mid notes, which are lemon, mandarin, and honeydew melon. Now, once I mention honeydew melon, you smell that. You start to smell the honeydew melon in the actual blend a few minutes after you wear it. And it brings this little bit of sweetness, and you can't get the picture of a honeydew melon out of your head when you hear that. The base notes are cedarwood and musk. So you have this light cedar woodiness at the base as it dries down. It is very pretty, and that musk kind of rounds it out and brings it kind of up. So you have this very citrusy thing, and as it dries down, you smell the cedarwood. The musk is very clean. Everything smells very clean. It's a very clean fragrance. And when I wore it, I put it on about 5:45 in the morning. I start work at 5 a.m. here from my office, and I threw it on at 5:45. And I wore it till about 2 p.m. So it was still going on me until about 2 p.m. I could not smell a scent bubble around me very well. I actually had my stepson smell my neck to see if I still smelled like anything. He's like, oh yeah, you still smell great. So I kind of went nose blind to it, I think, after probably about 4 or 5 hours. But really, about 7 hours later or so, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. About 7 hours, 8 hours later, he smelled my neck and said he could still smell it. So Oro from Aisla Cree has that staying power. To me, I went nose blind to it, so it did still create a bubble around me. It did still create this nice freshness and beautiful offering from the house. Now, does it remind me of anything? That's a good question. A lot of people have actually hit me up saying, what does it smell like? Does it smell like anything else? I don't want to go dive deep into what it could smell like, this and that and this and that, but I will give you vibes, okay? It gives me a fresher, more elegant, beautiful vibe of Millésime Imperial. For just a moment, I get that. I think it's from the honeydew melon. I think it's from the melon and the citruses and the saltiness that this brings. It reminds me just for a second of Millésime Imperial, which I know a lot of you love, and I love too. I have it at home. I have it upstairs. I wear it to bed, and it gives me that vibe. But this takes that on a more elegant route, which you might be like, "Wow, Creed's not elegant." This is, it gives you that vibe, and it shoots up to this like more citrusy, pretty thing. And as it dries down, it's a little bit more cleaner, and I enjoy it. So just kind of a heads up, it gives me that vibe for a little bit, and which is great. I love that fragrance a lot. But this is its own thing. So don't just be like, it's a clone. It's not a clone whatsoever. This is its own thing. And you'll notice that right off the wearing of this. It's beautiful. It's elegant. It's versatile. I wore it at 5:45 in the morning in my office. Could I wear that anywhere? Yes. Could I wear that any season? Yes. Could it be dressed up? Sure. Could it be dressed down like I did? Sure. I was wearing a t-shirt. So Oro is beautiful, bright citrus blast with a beautiful dry down. So I definitely will recommend Oro from the house of Aisla Cree. Let's move on to number 2. The second offering from the house of Aisla Cree, and that is the beautiful Noir. Now, different bottle. Sorry, same bottle, different color. Dark bottle kind of shows you that it's going to be a darker fragrance, and that is what this one is. This one's wild, okay? This one's wild, and I will tell you the same thing. I'll spray it on hand, and we'll talk about it. But first, let's look at everything the bottle includes. A dark, smoky bottle, almost translucent. The black plate and gold, black and gold, gold and clear, gold and white, black and white. I mean, these are very beautiful complementary colors. I love the contrast. I'm a contrast guy. I love black with white. I don't love black on black shoes and black on black dress shoes. I love like black with white. So if you know, you know. Anyway, long story short, here we go. Let's go ahead and spray this on hand. The cap for this one is engraved as well, but the engraving is black versus just the gold inside of it. Put it on hand. And atomizer is also pressurized. Let's talk about it. So on the sheen, you can see the sheen. As an eau de parfum, it brings some strength. This bad boy brings some strength. This, my friends, is in a nutshell a rose oud fragrance. There's a lot of other things going on, and you can smell them as I break this down for you and tell you. But Noir is a darker fragrance that can be worn by both sexes. I could see a female wearing this. I wore this, and this can be a beautiful date night fragrance. In fact, I actually asked my wife this morning. I said, hey, can you smell this on a strip real quick and tell me what you think? And she said, wow, that is dark, but I could also see that as a great option for a date night. And I was like, yeah, I mean, absolutely. It's elegant, it's pretty. Let's dive into the notes. The notes for Noir from Aisla Cree are bergamot, Spanish saffron, and Egyptian geranium. Saffron up top, you can smell it. The bergamot too. So the bergamot gives it kind of this little bit of a pop, a little tiny bit of a pop. It kind of lifts up everything, which you're smelling a lot of saffron. There's a little bit of a bite to it, an actual bite to it. It kind of smells like a little spicy up top. The geranium brings that too. So that kind of brings you, on the first initial blast, you smell that, and it is nice. It's very nice, elegant, classy. I smell class. The mid, you have vanilla, Bulgarian rose, and leather. And you can smell the vanilla. It's kind of the base of everything. It smells there's a little bit of sweetness here, but not much. A little bit of sweetness. And you've got the Bulgarian rose, which is prominent. Now, when I say rose, I mean not a gummy, sticky rose, but a very light, right in the middle rose. Not dry and not sticky, not rose petals and not rose buds, just rose. I can't explain it. It's very, very linear in a good way. It's not taking over the entire fragrance like some rose fragrances are, or some rose notes do. It's not taking over the whole fragrance. It's actually adding a lot of love to it. And then you have leather, which also brings this little bit of spice to it. It's not taking over the fragrance. None of those notes are taking over the fragrance, which is so easy to do with Bulgarian rose. Any rose or any leather or any saffron steals the show. These are blended very, very well. And then you've got the base notes that are musk. So you have that cleanliness thing that kind of brings it all together, which you all know a good musk will tie in everything. And then the base also is oud. So you have oud at the very, very base. And now there's no skankiness, there's no fecal, there's none of that stuff in this fragrance. It's very elegant, it's very wearable, it's very easy to wear. And that's what I think you're looking for in a brand new fragrance house. Is you want to give people what they want, you want to give the niche heads what they want, but you also kind of need to make it mass appealing. And I think they've nailed that with this one right here from Noir. The oud is a little bit of a woody undertone, there's little tiny bit of smokiness, but barely any. The sweetness is there from the vanilla. The bergamot brings the top notes of saffron, which saffron, the Spanish saffron, the top note, accompanied by Egyptian geranium. I mean, you're getting a very elegant wearing the entire time. The vanilla kind of comes through a little bit stronger after a couple minutes of spraying and drying down. The Bulgarian rose, like I said, is very linear and just creeps in and says, hey, there's rose in this fragrance. It's not going to take over the fragrance. You're not going to smell like a feminine rose fragrance. It's just it attributes a lot to the note process. The leather is a little bit nice and bitey. There's a little bit of a bite to it. And the oud brings it in with that musk and kind of brings it all together. It's a very elegant fragrance. Very elegant fragrance, you guys. Noir from Aisla Cree is something versatile. You could wear this to work if you wanted to wear it to work. If you wanted to wear it to work and kind of stand out, you can have that. If you want to wear it on a date night, you can have that. Versatility. As an eau de parfum with all those notes I just listed, this could still be something you wear in the heat. It's not deep, dark, resinous oud and musk and vanilla. It's really right there in the middle, and it was loud. It popped off my skin for a long time. After I wore Oro, I wore this. I showered and I put this on the rest of the day, and this was on for 8+ hours. It was still there. In fact, it got louder as I heated up. It worked really well with my chemistry, and that's why I think it probably will work well for you too, is as you heat up, your body really takes those oils and projects them out and off your skin. And what I smelled a lot is I smelled a little bit of vanilla, but I smelled a lot of rose, and I smelled a little bit of that spicy saffrons what I was getting in my personal scent bubble. My stepson Ezra, who did a quick video with me on my Instagram stories, who loves fragrances, nailed it. And he was like, you smell really good. It's very, very pretty. I said, yeah, it's a great fragrance. Aisla Cree Noir is a great option for you any time of the day, date night, work, appropriate, versatile fragrance right here. And that's what we're talking about today, Aisla Cree Noir. Thank you so much for watching this full-length review of the house of Aisla Cree, a brand new house. I sent over Oro and Noir for me to review. These are great fragrances, you guys. These are beautiful, elegant, versatile, and easy to wear fragrances that are appealing. I would say these are gonna be very, very appealing for anyone around you. It's not gonna break someone's nose. It's not gonna have someone repulsed by you. Spray-wise, I would keep it between 4 and 6, depending on what you like to wear. But these lasted very, very well on my skin, the back of my neck, on my arms, and on my chest. I enjoyed the wearing fully. So again, Aisla Cree, thank you so much for sending these over. Everyone check them out. In the link description below, I will put the website. It's that website. You're going to see exactly where to go and get these fragrances. It's great. So thanks again, guys. Have a great day. And remember, look good, smell good, be good.